The third album in an artist's discography often serves as a pivotal moment in their career. It is usually the album that establishes their legacy. In this video, we'll look at 8 of the best third albums of all time. Midnight Memories by One Direction. After the group was formed on the British talent show The X Factor in 2010, One Direction quickly rose to prominence. Their journey began with their debut album Up All Night, released in 2011, featuring hit singles like What Makes You Beautiful and One Thing. The album catapulted the band to international fame. Their sophomore effort, Take Me Home, followed in 2012, further solidifying their status as one of the biggest boy bands of all time. Released in November 2013, Midnight Memories marked a significant evolution in One Direction's sound and image. The album embraced a more mature and rock-influenced aesthetic, reflecting the band members' evolving musical tastes. The album's lead single, Best Song Ever, debuted on number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 and became a hit worldwide. Its anthemic chorus and catchy melody resonated with fans and set the tone for the rest of the album, making One Direction the first band in history to have their first 3 albums debut at the top of the chart. The album sold 546,000 copies in its first week, debuting at number 1. Songs like Story of My Life and You and I showcase One Direction's growth as songwriters and performers. The success of Midnight Memories propelled One Direction to even greater heights, making sure they will never be forgotten. Despite going on hiatus in 2016 to pursue solo careers, the members of One Direction continue to enjoy successful individual careers. Jagged Little Pill by Alanis Morissette. Alanis Morissette's third studio album, Jagged Little Pill, released in 1995, remains a cornerstone of alternative rock and a defining moment in music history. Before the release of her third album, Alanis had already established herself as a promising artist, with 2 moderately successful albums released in her native Canada. However, it was her third album that would catapult her to international superstardom. It struck a chord with listeners around the world, as the album's lead single, You Oughta Know, became an instant anthem of a generation. With its unapologetic lyrics and aggressive energy, the success of the single propelled the album to the top of the charts, where it remained for more than a year, with 18.7 million copies sold globally in 1996, as it showcased her fearless honesty and bold artistic vision. The album earned her numerous accolades, including Grammy Awards for Album of the Year and Best Rock Album. It also opened doors for other female artists in the genre, and challenged conventional notions of femininity and expression in music. In the years since its release, Jagged Little Pill has continued to resonate with audiences, as it has now been certified 17 times platinum in the US. Good Girl Gone Bad by Rihanna. In the mid-2000s, Rihanna had already achieved commercial success with her first 2 albums, Music of the Sun and A Girl Like Me. However, it was her third album that would elevate her career into new heights. Released in 2007, Good Girl Gone Bad marked a significant turning point in her career, solidifying her status as one of the most influential and successful pop stars of her generation. The album reinvented her sound and image, departing from her previous R&B and dancehall influences. The album embraced a more contemporary pop and dance-oriented sound, with a focus on bold production and infectious hooks. The album's lead single, Umbrella, featuring Jay-Z, became an instant smash hit, topping the charts worldwide and earning Rihanna her first Grammy Award. The song's iconic chorus and sleek production set the tone for the rest of the album. The album was Rihanna's transition to a more mature and confident artist. It debuted on number 2 on the Billboard 200 chart, selling 162,000 copies in its first week. The album also spawned more successful hits, including Shut Up and Drive, Don't Stop the Music, and Hate That I Love You, each track showcasing her versatility. The album's commercial success and critical acclaim made it a defining moment in her career, propelling Rihanna to even greater heights of fame and influence. True Blue by Madonna. Leading up to the release of her third album, Madonna had already achieved tremendous success. True Blue, released in 1986, stands as a landmark in her illustrious career. It remains one of the best third albums of all time. Following the success of her previous albums, Madonna and Like a Virgin, it solidified her status as a pop music icon and a cultural phenomenon. It was the album Madonna truly came into her own as an artist, showcasing her versatility and creativity along a range of musical styles. The album's success was further propelled by hit singles like Papa Don't Preach, Open Your Heart, and La Isla Bonita, all of which showcase Madonna's evolving musical styles and helped redefine the pop landscape of the 1980s. The album became an instant classic and has now stood the test of time, selling more than 25 million copies worldwide. It is also critically acclaimed for its infectious melodies, sleek production, and Madonna's confident performance, earning her numerous awards and nominations, including a Grammy nomination for Album of the Year. The album shaped the sound of the 1980s and is very influential to this day. Emotion by Carly Rae Jepsen. Carly's third studio album, Emotion, released in 2015, is widely regarded as her best album, following the success of her breakout hit Call Me Maybe. From her second studio album, Kiss, she faced a daunting task of proving herself as more than just a one-hit wonder. Leading up to the release of the album, she was under pressure to deliver. She not only delivered, but showed her artistic growth and maturity. She created an album that would push the boundaries of pop music while staying true to her sound. The album is characterized by its infectious hooks and retro-inspired production. The album's lead single, I Really Like You, was the first course. It was the album's deeper cuts that truly showcased her artistry. Despite receiving rave reviews from critics, Emotion initially struggled to find commercial success, only debuting at number 16 on the Billboard 200 with 16,000 units sold in its first week. But it was featured on many lists as one of the best pop albums of the 2010s. Over time, the album's reputation grew through word of mouth, earning it a dedicated fan base and a cult following. While Emotion may not have achieved the same level of commercial success, its impact on the pop music landscape cannot be overstated, as it was hugely influential to artists like Lorde and Haim. Dangerous Woman by Ariana Grande. Ariana's third studio album, Dangerous Woman, released in 2016, marked a significant milestone in her career, solidifying her transition from teen pop sensation to mature and confident pop diva. Following the success of her first two albums, Yours Truly and My Everything, she faced the challenge of evolving her sound while maintaining her signature style. She had already established herself as one of the most talented vocalists in pop music. However, with this album, she aimed to showcase her growth as an artist and explore new musical territory. The album's lead single and title track, Dangerous Woman, set the tone for what was to come, with its sultry vocals and seductive lyrics. Other standout tracks such as Into You, Side to Side, and Greedy further showcase her versatility as an artist. Upon its release, the album debuted at number 2 on the Billboard 200, selling 175,000 units in its first week, and was eventually certified 2 times platinum by the RIAA. In addition to its commercial success, it also earned Ariana numerous accolades, including Grammy Award nominations for Best Pop Vocal Album and Best Pop Solo Performance. With its bold experimentation, infectious melodies, and undeniable charisma, Dangerous Woman remains a standout in Ariana's discography and a testament to her evolution as an artist. Graduation by Kanye West. Kanye's third studio album, Graduation, released in 2007, stands as a defining moment in the history of hip-hop music. Building on the success of his previous albums, The College Dropout and Late Registration, Kanye completed the college trilogy with Graduation. Leading up to the release of the album, he had already established himself as a trailblazer in hip-hop. He was known for his chipmunk samples and soulful sound, but with his third album, he pushed the boundaries of hip-hop even further, incorporating elements of electronic music, rock, and pop to create a sound that appealed to a larger population. The album's lead single, Stronger, featuring a sample of Daft Punk's Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger, served as a statement of intent for what was to come. With its infectious beat, anthemic chorus, and bold production, it became one of the biggest hits of the year. He also released the album the same day as 50 Cent's Curtis to see who would sell more. It was not really a beef, it was a marketing tactic to boost their sales. Graduation won, selling 957,000 copies in its first week. It is the ultimate feel-good album, with songs like Good Morning, Can't Tell Me Nothing, and Flashing Lights. Upon its release, it received widespread critical acclaim, earning several Grammy Awards, including one for Best Rap Album, further solidifying Kanye's status as a legend in the music industry. Graduation's influence can still be felt in the music industry today, with countless artists citing it as a source of inspiration. Even though Kanye's career went downhill, we can all say he made Graduation. Control by Janet Jackson. Janet's third studio album, Control, released in 1986, stands as the album that not only transformed her career, but also revolutionized the landscape of pop music. Leading up to the album's release, Janet had already experienced success as a child actor on TV and as a recording artist with her first 2 albums. However, it was Control that marked a significant turning point in her career and solidified her status as a cultural icon. Before the album, she had struggled to assert creative control over her music, often being overshadowed by her famous family. The album's lead single, What Have You Done For Me Lately, was the first offering from the album, with its bold and assertive lyrics setting the tone for the album. It was followed by a string of hit singles, including Nasty and Control, all of which showcased her newfound confidence and independence. Control topped the Billboard 200 albums chart, spawning 5 top 5 singles on the Billboard Hot 100, and earning Janet her first Grammy Award nominations. The album has now sold more than 14 million records worldwide. Its impact extended beyond the world of music, inspiring a generation of artists to embrace their individuality. Janet Jackson herself has gone on to become one of the best-selling and most influential artists in music history, and Control was the album she found herself. What albums did I miss? Tell me in the comments below.